Yes, it could happen. For various authorities believe that buried somewhere under the polar ice cap, in a state of suspended animation, are the awesome creatures, the leviathans that roamed the earth at the dawn of time. And under certain conditions, a nuclear explosion could free one from his icy tomb. Then, guided by instinct, the beast would come back to the caverns of the deepest Atlantic where it was spawned. An armored giant, wreaking his prehistoric fury on modern man and his puny machines. Cities would be terrorized by the cruel intruder from the past. Populations crazed and panicked with fear by its destructive force. Granite and steel would crumble. Soldiers and their weapons would be powerless before the onslaught of the beast. The beast. The beast. The beast from 20,000 fathoms.
Hello, Al pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the film from 1953, The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, a film that was partially written by Ray Bradbury, of course, the great Ray Harryhausen doing the effects for, and did influence the creation of Godzilla. But that's a whole other thing. Joining me tonight, of course, are the wonderful, wonderful friends that I have from last call with Troy Pacelli, Mr. Troy Pacelli. I'm off a little bit because Evelyn disappeared on us. Oh, that's why I'm a little off. Like, Evelyn, if you can hear me, come to the light.
Come back in.
To the light, Evelyn Hampton. How are you doing, Troy? What you drinking tonight?
I'm actually just having a lemonade tonight. A lot of it, actually. I'm kind of thirsty.
Ooh, virgin limoncello.
Yes, exactly.
Haven't done that in a while.
No.
And of course, Troy's more beautiful,
more attractive. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, compare the ant to the Rhedosaurus. That is just how much more beautiful she is than
you can't Troy. Overstate it. That's true.
Isn't that from Nutters Network? How are you doing, my dear? What you drinking?
I'm doing well. It is the weekend, which means my work week is over. However, I am off Monday and Tuesday because my mother-in-law is coming into town and
she wants to get the place straightened up.
Well, the place is straightened up, but it's not mother-in-law clean. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I took a couple of days off work.
It's not fully clean unless it's mother-in-law clean.
Yes. And I am currently sipping a Signature Select, which I believe is the Jewel brand, seltzer water mixed berry.
I personally have my iced tea with, of course, the Diet Mountain Dew in reserve. Also, well, she was with us in the green room. I don't know what happened. Evelyn Hampton, if you're here, please pop on in, just join on in. I don't know what happened to you, but the Maven of Monsters, as I call her, Miss Evelyn Hampton, is in the vicinity. I don't know. We'll see if we can get her back. But The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms is a film that we're watching because of Evelyn Hampton. It was her suggestion last year after we finished Gorgo, which
exactly.
kind of this film also has a relation to, because I think it was Ray Harryhausen's daughter or somebody who was with this film didn't like the fact that what happens in this film happens, so they wanted a better.
So now, is this considered to be a bad quote unquote movie? Because
actually,
usually when Evelyn picks a movie, it's usually a
bad usually movie. That's true, but
well, trust me, we've saved that for 2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay.
This one is actually considered to be quite a good little film, quite a good monster film. It was very popular. It made lots of money for the thing. Hey, look who's back.
There she is.
There you are. You want to turn your camera off, or you can be, you could be live if you want to, Evelyn.
It's always good to see you.
Let me say hi to the chat real quick, and then we'll get back to Evelyn. I want to say hi to Lady Mist, although I think Connie Cleary said something a couple days ago. I noticed when I dropped by. I was like, Connie Cleary saying something already? But
yeah.
Lady Mist, thank you for joining in. Of course, I've got the Cosby link posted at the top. Deleted scenes saluting everyone, saying hail chat. Netters Network coming in and saying how much she loves her beloved Troy. And then, of course, saying hi to everybody. Evelyn Hampton is saying hi to everybody in the chat. Now that she's also here, she can tell you herself. Sir Torrent Clegane, welcome, sir. Connie Cleary, of course, I said. Like I said, I think I saw you earlier this week. I'm just, or it might have been a dream I had. I don't know. I've been having weird dreams this week. I've been having really weird dreams this week.
I have for a while now, yeah.
Last call with Troy Pacelli saying hi to everybody.
Most of my dreams lately have had to do with like house repairs and stuff like that. When I was younger, it used to be dreams about my teeth falling out. Now I'm having dreams about my house falling down.
I had one not that long ago about. I'm always having them about work. But well, I'm not gonna say last night because it was this morning. I had finished my breakfast. I was sitting down doing my Sudoku and nodded off. And I just had this really vivid dream, and it involved my ex-girlfriend. So I was like, oh, Lord. And so I've been like thinking about her all day. Samuel Proctor, thank you for joining in, sir. He loves 20,000 Fathoms. Well, I'm glad you do. This is a rather beloved film in the monster genre, and like I said, Miss Evelyn Hampton, who is finally here, thank you for joining in. And what do you got? Anything you're drinking tonight?
Make sure you're not muted.
Doesn't look like she's. You with us, Evelyn?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, I was hearing echoes from multiple echoes.
Do you have the YouTube open?
Yeah, mute YouTube if you have YouTube open.
Because that usually does it. Because
that's usually the problem. Yeah.
YouTube is like.
Okay, so close YouTube.
Yeah, you can close YouTube because all you'll need is StreamYard and
the Cosby
link for the film. Like I said, the Cosby link is
into the top of the chat.
Well, only if she's in YouTube. She'll have to go to the private chat.
Right.
In what do you call it?
So, yeah, she is saying she's hearing multiple echo. Yeah, but I think it's probably because she's got something else open. She said, all you need is StreamYard and Cosby.
Cosme, yeah. And you
Okay,
and in the
close
private
YouTube,
try
so-
drop the Cosme link.
There you go. That should do it. That should do it.
But I
And
would
then-
also want to say, because yet again this week got a nasty little comment from someone about what is this? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Blah blah blah. Where's no movie? Blah 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 blah. Well, if you listen and if you read, you know,
Yes.
on YouTube, this is commentary only. If you are joining us live, we always have the link to the film to watch the same time that we watch it, free for everybody to come on in and join us and have fun. But if you do want to watch this later, you know, just to hear some friends joking around and just having a good old time, you're going to need your own version. This is available on Internet Archive for those who do want to look at that. Plus, there are places on the internet where you can find this.
Arg, Jim Boy, arg.
Yeah. So, Evelyn, you with us?
Yes.
Are you good? Okay. Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Where's that rate in your pantheon
I would give
of
it
monsters?
a 3.5 star rating.
Ooh, out of
yes.
4 or
Ray
5?
as you mentioned earlier, Ray Bradbury is responsible for the source material.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray Harryhausen, whom I adore for his stop motion special effects, did the special effects for this movie.
Yeah,
And,
very. I mean, Harryhausen's just, you know.
I got a chance to meet the two gentlemen along with Forrest J. Ackerman, who edited Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine. The three of them were guest stars at a sci-fi convention in St. Louis, and they were wonderful. Yes.
You got to meet Ray Bradbury?
Ray Bradbury, Ray
Harryhausen,
wow. And Forrest J. Ackerman.
Wow, those are some heavy hitters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that is awesome.
And they were, just hanging out with the fans and talking with us and whatnot. And I had brought this book for them to autograph. It was on, some of the classic kaiju movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray Harryhausen looked at it and he said, "I've never seen this book before. Where did you get it?" And he's sitting there, there's a line from here to eternity with people lined up for autographs. And anyway, he just stopped the line and he's sitting there flipping through the pages and he was going, "Oh, there's Ralph, there's Sam,"
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool.
That's awesome. But you got about 1,000 people behind you cussing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't care. I was Klingon, so
there you go.
Exactly.
There you go. That doesn't, who cares? The Klingon is having their moment of glory.
Exactly.
But yeah, deleted scenes for some reason, commentary only is too difficult to comprehend for some people.
I know.
Connie Callery loves the movie. Lost count how many times she's seen. I've only seen it like twice, I think. It's one of those little special nuggets, I don't, it's not like for me a constant view, but like I said, we watched Gorgo last year and this one came up, and Evelyn joins us in March for some monster films or really bad films. And trust me, tonight's a good monster film. We got a really fun bad one for you in a couple of weeks called Inframan from Japan. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Quote unquote fun to watch. I'm just saying we can have a lot of fun with that one, I think. But let's get going with The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Of course, Troy, you are ready to go.
Yep.
This is a nice little short film. It's only like an hour 20 minutes. It's kind of neat. Like those old time, like
older films, did
older
not
films.
go for epic. Yeah,
they
epic
just they tell their story and go away. There's just some movies today that take way too long to tell way too short of a story.
I agree.
And that kind of bugs me a little bit sometimes. I'm a pace hog. But gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go.
Warner Brothers Pictures.
Black and white Warner Brothers.
Black and white. That's the best way.
You played and we're looking at Drain here. Oh, okay. It'd be some 20,000 Fathoms.
Someone flushed.
Yeah, somebody flushed. And it must be in the northern hemisphere because it's going clockwise, right? So you played the promo at the beginning, and they're talking about if a nuclear bomb were set off, and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Who would be setting off bombs at the North Pole, the South Pole, whatever place? And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, but in reality, they set off all kinds of bombs at Bikini Atoll. Way up in the stratosphere, and all over the place. I'm like, yeah, no, people do really stupid things. Yeah, this is entirely plausible.
I mean, it's one of the. I mean, it's one of the great sci-fi tropes. The atomic bomb creating the giant monsters, whether it be a prehistoric monster frozen in ice, or making something that should be small and making it really big and evil, like them.
Exactly.
Oh no, it's a secret base. We're not supposed to know about it.
This is even worse. The North Pole, if you're going to be setting off nuclear bombs, that's like the perfect place to start World War III. Right between the U.S. and Russia.
This Ice Station Zebra sequel is weird.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
So,
all right. Go ahead.
Sarah Proctor said this is the golden age of Hollywood. They cranked out good movies out fast. On a weekly basis, there'd be new releases in their movie houses.
A lot of use of stock footage, but probably in the best possible way, you know?
Well, it gives it a look of realism because a lot of the stock photo were real military, And there's Alfred the janitor and Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Man, he was so young. All right, we got a big panel. I can step away to make some popcorn. I'll be right back.
I like how they have it. It's like a documentary telling us about what's happening.
Start building snowmen. It would actually be kind of funny to see a snowman in the background. It makes the perfect opportunity. You got all the snow, make a snowman.
Yeah. Or you see like some snow angels that are like,
Yeah, because it's like they got some rec time, right? So build a snowman.
Thing is, chances are, if you set off a nuclear bomb in the Arctic, God knows how much it would melt. Like, it'd be a big hole of melted ice for a while.
Kaboom. Yeah, let's just cause a bunch of destruction, avalanches, pollute the air. Sure.
That's a nice mushroom cloud shot.
It is. It's like, did you think through the implications of what was going to happen when you set that bomb off? Oh, the kid watching the monitors. I've seen him in a lot of movies.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, Miracle on 34th Street is the biggest one I know of.
He was in Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, that's what I just said that.
Oh, you cut out, so I didn't hear
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm sorry. But and then, like I said, the other guy is James Best, known as Roscoe P. Coltrane from Dukes of Hazzard, but he was also in like one of the best Twilight Zones.
That the one where
he gets
resurrection of Jeff Myrtlebank or something.
Yeah,
like
that. Jeffrey Myrtlebank or something like that.
Right.
And he's in another one, Jess Bell. That's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Kenneth Tobey. People recognize him from
everything.
Yep, the Thing from Another World. We watched that not that long ago. Being deleted scenes, that is.
Yeah, a lot of these actors were in the, they kind of like were all in the movies, either as background characters or something, but you'd see them all the time.
You get a certain group that look military, and so they're always working in these kind of a film. Because you look at Kenneth Tobey there, the guy with the cup, he does have this air of authority about him. This is the second week in a row we've been to the Arctic in our films. We were Firefox last week, landed in the Arctic, and now here we are again. I like that little snow cat thing they've got. Yep, going off alone. Will they come back? Who knows? You can never tell in these kind of films.
Well, see, if they went off by themselves, they'd never come back, because that's the trope of horror films.
Yeah.
Since they're together, one of them's probably going to become critically injured, and the other one's got to go for help. And then he'll probably get lost or something.
Uh-oh, they're splitting up. Not good.
Yep.
And then they awakened Cthulhu. Thanks a lot, guys. Samuel Proctor.
I hope nobody's going into the basement.
Right?
But yeah, Samuel Proctor mentions Cthulhu. I sent Troy this video. It's like a promo.
I did see it. I didn't know if it was legit or not, but it was pretty cool.
I think it is. Like a Cthulhu story done in the style of Dr. Seuss, which is a brilliant idea.
You're leisured.
Now, see, he's warm from the atomic radiation now, probably. If you were just a normal lizard, he'd be like, I don't know, dead because it's too cold for him.
Of course, there is supposition that dinosaurs might have actually been warm-blooded reptiles.
Right.
Right.
But still, that's awful cold weather for something with no fur.
Just look for the lizard tracks.
Oh, ouch.
You've got to admit.
Didn't go far, but yeah, it looked like it.
Right. You've got to admit the stop motion is very compelling. It looks pretty real.
Yeah, I love stop motion.
It looks at least as real as, some of the CG these days.
Yeah, it's just just going through Harryhausen's work catalog, it's just amazing.
He got injured
stuff.
Because he went off by himself.
Yep. So towards like, watch out for snakes. That kind of happened to me once.
You ran into a giant dinosaur?
What? No, getting stuck in snow, like falling through snow.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the blizzard of, I want to say 78 here in Maryland, there was like these, when they paved out the roads, there were these huge, like 10, 12-foot piles of snow.
Right.
And when you're 13,
yeah,
that's just a hill to climb.
Right.
And I kind of got up there, and it was a little less packed than I thought it was going to be. And I fell right down through the middle of it.
Wow.
Kind of had to dig myself out.
Yeah, that can be kind of dangerous.
Yeah, it was chilly.
A big snowfall when I was a kid. So these are like late 60s, early 70s. And they'd show the snow off the sidewalk. So people couldn't actually walk on the sidewalk. But it was piled up so high on the sides, it was well over my head by a good 2 feet. Because there was that much snow. Of course, I'm short, so...
I look at these guys, they don't have...
I guess it was like their head height.
I'm looking at the two guys sitting in the little snow vehicle. They do not look like they're going to do too well, because at least with these parkas, you see the fur around the head. At least it makes it look like it's warm. The other guys don't have any fur, so they look like they're cold.
Evelyn fell out again.
Oh,
watch out for her.
Find yourself, and I'll punch you back in.
So, Tom, get out. There's a monster.
Welcome, Curtis. In case we didn't say hi to you earlier.
Oh, hey, Curtis Selby.
See, here's the thing. What they're finding out is that the now, of course, this is the Arctic, so it's like all ice. There's really no ground underneath it. If this was Antarctica, they're realizing that there used to be very lush tropical environments underneath all that tundra before, that continent moved south. So it's actually possible that there is frozen life forms under all that ice in south, at the South Pole.
I want to say hi to FKHC 2005, also known as Tim.
Yep.
Hello, Tim.
Samuel Proctor's current understanding is that most dinosaurs were warm-blooded, with the exception of the huge sauropods.
And the fact is that actually some of them may have had feathers.
Some of them were just big chickens.
True.
I need a velociraptor if I had a chance.
Of course, it would eat you if it had a chance, too.
That is true. That's why I need it.
Right.
In Soviet Russia, dinosaur eat
Dinosaur eat you, yeah. I feel like there's a potential what do you call it, sequel here. Like one of these scientists gets frozen and unfrozen, you know, in the late 21st century or something.
Da, 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 da.
Right. Exactly. And welcome DJ Plain Ice, stopping by to say hi.
Hey,
And to book
DJ.
the algorithms. Great. Thank you so much.
Evelyn, if you can hear me, if you're out there somewhere, I hope you're okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
New York City. Mostly the carnivorous theropods are the ones that found in the feather impressions, though at the moment adult T-Rex has been found to just have bumpy scales, but it's similar cousins with feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn, New York, that's great. The number 2 on the giant monster destroy list, right behind
Right.
you.
And in Moscow, they're just sitting and laughing at us.
Although I will say, in the Monsterverse recently, San Francisco's taken a beating.
Well, that's true. Going with the idea that the Pacific is where they're coming from, so they're going to get Tokyo just as often as they're going to get San Francisco.
It's snowing and windy. Of course, you're not going to find any tracks.
That is true. So towards saying Moscow, they're busy fighting whatever Chernobyl made.
Well, that's true. Giant Cerberus-style dogs and stuff like that. Actually, that would make a pretty good movie, too.
Yeah. The Devil Dogs of Chernobyl.
Mm-hmm.
Or just Chernobyl Devil Dogs. That would work. the wind.
See, they don't believe him. And
Nope.
that's going to be their downfall.
I do wish in more movies there would be the opportunity for the hero who tried to warn everyone to get that one little "told you so" in.
Well, you do get a little of that in Jaws when,
Yeah.
when he's like, "You're gonna do what you do best. You're gonna sign the money here. We're gonna hire Quint to kill this thing."
Right. Hey, welcome, Nate.
You know what's amazing?
Bonjour,
Jaws
comment-y,
is going to be 50 years old this year. 50.
Wow, look, sounds like you've had a rough day there, Nate.
Dun dun dun!
And you didn't believe me.
Could be anything. The wind, anything.
How did the side mirror get smashed?
Somebody sideswiped him.
Gosh. When we used to live in Chicago proper, when we'd park on the street, we had our driver's side mirror broken at least twice and had to replace it because either people were purposely breaking them or a car was hitting them. I was so very happy to move to the suburbs, and now we have a garage.
So I think the doctor that the actor that the main character was talking to was married to Imogen Cook at the time.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
It's a comic strip.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Don't know why there's a news article about comic strips, but
he wasn't married to her at the time. They got married in 1960. But still, cool. I hope Evelyn's all right.
he said the car was parked in the back. Someone hit it with a baseball bat or something. That really sucks. I'm sorry, Nate.
Thurgood Elson Dean. Cecil Kellaway. He's a great character actor. That dinosaur skeleton was originally built for bringing up baby.
Oh.
And it's not based really on anything. It's just,
Yeah.
100% totally made.
But with a little imagination, you could really envision it being the same species as the beast from 20,000 Fathoms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw something. I mean, how old is the Loch Ness Monster?
Smaller animals like tardigrades do it.
Or if, like say, if it were frozen in suspended animation.
Yeah, the meat was still edible. And people that have actually eaten that meat said it was edible. It wasn't good. It was the ultimate of freezer burn.
Well, it's like in Crocodile Dundee where he's showing the reporter things that are edible on their trail.
Yeah.
And he gives her something. She's making the space. He says, I said it was edible. I didn't say it was good.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't believe him.
Try Virginia Gold. Instead of that Colombian gold. Ooh,
There's someone here see you. She's very sweet. Like that's supposed to mean something to him.
Oh, there's Evelyn.
There we go. Welcome back.
Yeah, my internet went out for a while.
Ooh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, we've all been there. Boomer more often than the rest of us, but
now
yeah.
he's got a booster.
Yeah. Well, I like that hat.
Yeah, women don't wear enough hats.
I like her outfit.
I agree.
I don't think guys wear hats enough anymore either.
I agree. I do my part.
You're not wearing a hat right now.
Not on camera. I'm not outside.
True.
I'm getting some Lois Lane vibes there. You know, the cocksure female reporter that wants to get the scoop.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
more Noel Neal than anyone else.
Yeah.
I was watching a reactor on YouTube. Was watching Superman for the first time.
Which one? Christopher Reeve?
Christopher Reeve. They were the real Superman.
Right, exactly.
And she kept mentioning how Margot Kidder kept reminding her of Monica from Friends, Courtney Cox.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah,
I could see Courtney Cox being a good Lois at the time.
Never heard coffee described that way before. Strong enough to enter the Olympics. There must be some coffee.
My great grandfather wore a hat every time he went out. Made him look like he was in the mob.
That's exactly why I wear a hat too. Then when they find out my last name ends in a vowel, they're almost certain.
Yeah,
Charles R. Knight dino paintings.
Yeah, I remember those paintings from the. They used them as illustrations in a lot of the books I used to read about dinosaurs.
I always remember the little golden books or those little guides that you could get on anything,
Yep.
dinosaurs or astronomy or mushrooms.
Yep. Nate says that when Courtney Cox was younger, before all the plastic surgery, she could have been a good Lois Lane.
Yeah. Yeah, she does look a little too stretched now.
Uh-huh. Like maybe she's been using the substance.
Did you watch that? Have you seen that movie?
No, uh-uh.
Oh, good flick.
It's a big lizard.
Nowadays, if this story was set in the modern setting, they'd call Canada and the scientists would say, well, we're not entirely certain how the creature identifies itself, so we don't want to take a stand on this in any way.
Hello? Hello. You think?
All right. Quebec.
See, back then you had to shout into the phone whenever you called long distance.
Actually, there was something to that, yes. No, I didn't think you actually spoke French. I really just didn't want to talk to you. Well, see, and I can understand someone being defensive. People have been ripping on you about it. Someone else wants to talk to you about it. You just assume they're looking to.
Looking for the crazy angle.
Yeah.
Well, I watch enough Bigfoot documentaries. I see it all the time.
I'll
I
tell
don't
you,
want to say anything. People think I'm crazy.
of all the different cryptids, I really do think that the Bigfoot one is the most reasonable one.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a few nips, right, Troy?
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Geek Flies, I have a theory about dinosaurs. I think that they all didn't go extinct. We thought a few did. A few might still be around medieval times. That's what we called dinosaurs. They called dragons.
Well, that's one possibility, but what's even more plausible is that
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say is that, let's face it, it's not just the recent generations that have come across dinosaur bones. And
Right.
I have no doubt that, ancient Romans, ancient Greeks, when they were digging up, stone and marble to make their buildings and whatnot, their Colosseums, they uncovered dinosaur bones, and then the stories just kind of start about giants and dragons, and your imagination runs away with you. It's all in my head, but then my head got cracked open and some of it got out.
You weirdo. Why is his head bandaged?
He was on the boat, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think he was injured.
You think he's got his head bandaged, so
Then why'd you Don't make like I'm the goofy one pointing out the obvious when you ask the question.
I meant, how did he get injured?
I think I grabbed the wrong picture, but it works. Deleted scenes.
Samuel Proctor and I volunteered at a local film festival last week. One of the feature film winners was a Bigfoot movie that premiered, The Wild Man of Shaggy Creek. I have to keep an eye out for that.
I don't know that
I think
one.
they're just remaking the Boggy Creek one.
Yeah, which is a classic.
Yeah. Even with cryptid movies, they're doing remakes now. Okay, let's see.
Which is funny because Cecil Kellaway played a leprechaun in Luck of the Irish.
Oh, okay.
Man, the naysayers always stick to their guns until it's stomping on their head.
Well, I mean, look, I get it. It is wise to be skeptical. I get that. What do they say? Grandiose claims require grandiose proof. That's fine. But by the same token, if you're being truly scientific, you should not assume that it's false. You just got to be skeptical and open.
Yeah. Samuel Proctor said the original was about a kid. Was the original about a kid suspecting a creature in the woods behind his house? That's what this one was about. The Legend of Boggy Creek is an examination of many sightings around the Boggy Creek area in Falk, Arkansas.
Again, that doesn't constitute proof, but it should cause you to go, maybe.
Huh.
He's not crazy.
The Legend of Boggy Creek, a haunting in Connecticut too, Ghosts of Georgia.
It's real. I've got proof.
Well, he himself found one.
Yeah.
In another movie.
So there.
Uh-oh. The lighthouse scene. This is the primary scene that was influenced by the Ray Bradbury story, if I believe.
Yeah, this lighthouse prequel is, well, not really as weird as the lighthouse.
Yeah, it's 51 short story called which was later reprinted as The Foghorn.
Interesting.
Now the monster hears the foghorn and thinks it's another of his species.
It's just looking for a little love.
He wants a little nightlight. He's scared of the dark.
Turn on your heart light. Hey, baby, how you doing?
It's like, is there yummies in there for me? Oh, that's not nice. Now you just wrecked the lighthouse. Hope the guys made it down past that port. Otherwise, they'd be, not in a good place.
I don't think they're in a good place. the Army Navy game. I saw a preview of the Navy uniforms. They have a special version, the Jolly Roger variant. It looks badass. Leah says, Kenneth Toby, we're saved. So he clearly thinks he's the male of the species. It's asserting its dominance. Possibly, yeah. Little flirtation.
Oh, ballet, how pretty.
See, this is another element of movies like this. There'd be a little interlude like this that even though the movie's shorter, they still had some filler in it.
Yeah. Migrating. We were talking about salmon earlier. It's like coming to its spawning ground. So he intends to attack Tokyo. Not this one. Yeah, so I'm going to put myself in a small little object to try to find the giant monster. And, oh, by the way, I look like an hors d'oeuvre. Crunchy outer coating, but nice chewy center. Is that how he got in?
Hmm.
That's a tiny little area to get in that thing. He's a little too cheery about this.
Yeah.
Was that like a mini submarine?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like it's a diving bell. It's a pressurized capsule, but it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes down.
Yeah, the great grandfather of the Titan.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, yeah. Cool. That just some miniatures and a little bit of like wobbly effects in the lens, and you got yourself an underwater shot.
Right. Well, they were offered. You
Yep.
passed. You're a loss.
Or more like his stomach's loss.
Well, yeah.
I always thought, I do think it would be interesting to go down like to the very, very, very bottom of the lowest part and just see what it looks like.
Didn't James Cameron do that?
Yeah,
Went to
the
Bottom
big
of the
glory
Marianas
hound.
Trench or something like that. Yeah. Well, you got to be someone like that who's got that kind of money to be able to do something like that.
Yeah. Ooh, octopus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about with the stock footage. But you know, how else would you get? You would not be able to get footage like this for a movie,
Unless you created it.
right? Which you could always kind of tell.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is real. I mean, this is not.
Yeah.
I honestly thought the octopus would be doing better.
And he would have been too if he'd remembered to eat his Wheaties.
Oh,
There's always a bigger fish.
yeah.
Yep.
Back in the days when filmmakers could pit real animals against each other without any activists going against each other.
Right. Exactly.
It's about to eat us.
Yeah.
It's hungry.
Because he got it.
We should put in the credits that all animals were definitely harmed in the making of this movie.
Unless they weren't real, then they were just stop motion, and what can we do about that?
Hypothetically, though,
Oh,
if the animal swallowed the diving bell, they might have survived for a little while.
Yeah, could have gotten some good footage from inside the beast.
yeah. Oh, look, his gallbladder is pink.
Yes, exactly.
Although at that, I don't know, at that depth, if all the hoses got disconnected.
Yeah.
Well, I did say a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was cause of death? I guess it was Jonah syndrome.
Oh, so they did get it, huh?
Yep. Well, we don't know specifically, but yeah, something like that. Yeah. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, he could just spit him back out again.
Just a guy coming to town looking for a girl.
Right. Or, a bite to eat.
True. Well, he's definitely going to get that.
Right.
It's like, look, smorgasbord.
Right.
You got to give it to this guy. He's brave.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or was. He was brave.
I love the effect of when they eat them.
Yes.
It's just that little, they have them up, and then there's that little whoop. Squish it even more, and then drag the car away.
I love these long coats that the police officers are wearing. I just thought
Yeah.
that they were so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's like also like the long cassocks that a priest wears. I do like that long, elongated outfit kind of thing. But
Yeah.
you're right, they do look cool.
There's a behind the scenes photograph that shows these officers from a different angle. Instead of having them just standing there firing at the camera, they actually projected the preacher on screen, and that's what they were shooting at to make it more realistic.
Oh, cool.
Wow, interesting. See, so even back then, they didn't want the actors, pantomiming to nothing. They
Right,
wanted them to have something to respond to. Yeah,
right. They gave them the actual target.
yeah,
Because a lot of times, actors are just acting to like a tennis ball.
right.
Yeah, I think they got the right idea going underground because above ground, people are getting et and crushed.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
underground is a good call at this point.
And other ones not going to the subway. It's like, you're dumb. Those switchboards are not easy to navigate. There's a company I work for where our switchboard was very similar.
hmm.
Yeah, it always fascinated me those little plug-in ones that you.
Yeah.
At least when I used to live in a motel when I was a kid, my mother ran the front office, and she had one of those. If someone called looking for somebody in room whatever, click. You have to click it to connect it.
Yeah. The Wolf of Wall Street.
I know one of these radio announcers is Merv Griffin.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know which one, but it was his voice was in this. He's uncredited. Well, in the film he's uncredited, but they know about it.
Hmm.
Fire at will. What
Which
will
one
ever
is
do?
Will?
Ooh.
Gonna be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Ooh, it stung.
It's like I was happy in my frozen little empire.
Yeah.
Then you all had
You
to come
guys
and
woke
wake
me
You guys-
up.
But somehow this is all my fault.
Right. Somewhere our hero is saying, I tried to warn you. I tried. You wouldn't listen.
At least you got something you can study.
Right.
The walkie-talkie.
You notice these things always happen at night?
Yeah.
They're getting sick.
What's knocking them out? What could be the problem? Anti-submarine nets?
I mean,
Yeah. That's a thing.
Yeah.
They would just have these nets sporadically out, and sub runs into them. It's a big nuisance. Tilt-a-whirl. It's supposed to be Coney Island, but I think it was Long Island
Oh, interesting.
amusement park that they filmed it at. Man, I could go for a Coney Island hot dog right now.
Right.
Not the roller coaster.
Right.
And you know who plays the marksman?
Yes.
No.
Lee Van Cleef.
Wow. Pick my
The
teeth.
good, the bad, and the ugly.
For their sake, we better hope he's the good. Gerard.
Just on the cheek. Really? The man could die. At least give him
Right.
a good one on the lips. Deleuze's like, Lee Van Cleef, we're saved.
Right.
Jackrabbit Racer.
You may have to get closer.
Sure, makes perfect sense to me. They don't call it a fun house for nothing.
Well, we'll see how fun it is.
Keep hands and feet inside the car at all times. That rifle ain't gonna do nothing.
Probably true.
It's like, whee! They just wanted to ride the roller coaster.
Well, wouldn't you?
No,
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
I'm not a big roller coaster person.
True. True, you're not.
I think the only really real big roller coaster I ever rode was the Rebel Yell, King's Dominion. Oh, that's salt in the wound right there.
Right.
It's like, do we go over the edge or what?
Well, there it goes.
Okay, those train cars would not explode like that.
No, they landed on fuel though.
Yeah, I see the barrels now. Yeah, but that's a wooden structure and y'all are on top.
Mm-hmm. So now it's a waiting game because they shot it with the isotope. It's gonna.
And see, this is what I was commenting on earlier on X or whatever. The you know the what is it called? The roller coaster being on fire with the creature in the middle of it. The blending of those two together is actually pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, it is.
And they just happen to be able to get down to the bottom safely.
Oh, I'm starting to feel the effects. One last cry. And so dies the beast from 20,000 fathoms.
That's kind of sad.
It is sad.
And I mean, it really wasn't his fault.
No,
you're the one who woke him up.
We woke him up.
Right.
And that is the
on the DVD
fathoms.
extra footage.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
No.
I was saying on the DVD with the extra footage, Ray Harryhausen was interviewed, and he said that his granddaughter was very unhappy with the ending. She said, "You're a bad grandpa. You killed a nice monster." So,
oh gosh.
So anyway, they did Gorgo after that to kind of make up for it. Where I don't know if that he actually did all of the special effects on that. Perhaps if he didn't, maybe I'm sure he was a consultant or something.
Because I think wasn't Gorgo a suit performance primarily? I'm trying to remember.
Gorgo was the one that was filmed in Ireland and England,
England, yeah. I'm trying to
and
remember if it
where
was
they
right.
find the creature, and they capture it and they put it on display at Piccadilly Circus, and then they find out that actually it's a very young hatchling.
If it's the baby, and Mama wants her baby back.
Right.
Yeah, we watched that one last year or the year before. I forget exactly
Right.
when we watched more ago, but that was a good one.
Yes.
And I, you can see you're like, someone doesn't like how, how your kids can influence a movie. I mean, that's why we have Ewoks. I mean,
Right.
because of George Lucas's daughter. Thanks. We could have had the Wookiee army a lot earlier, but that's all right. But I want to thank you, Evelyn, for joining us tonight to watch The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. And
My pleasure. Anytime.
You're gonna be back for Infoman, right? Because this one's on you.
He's not taking the blame for this one, right?
That reminds me, I'm going to buy some lottery tickets.
Yeah.
If I'm the grand prize winner, I might miss the movie.
Oh, well, I guess we can understand that. Gotta have your priorities, right?
Try to get out of it now. Now, for those who are wondering, never heard of Infoman, it's very much like I don't want to say Power Rangers, but it's like it's like Power Rangers. Was it Toka? Was it Toka? I don't know how to pronounce it. Tokakatsu or whatever. But it's that, like, it's a guy in a suit and battling monsters, and it's all kinds of fun stuff like that. So, but it's from Japan, and 1975. So, I mean, just those two things together, knowing those two things are going to tell you what you're in for. We're going to have a lot of fun watching it. But
right.
That's 2 weeks from tonight. We got a long week ahead. Starting with tomorrow. I'm sure Deleted Scenes has got a lot of stuff tomorrow. If he's still here, go ahead and put it in. The thing, I know he's probably got a movie and his unscripted, and I don't know if he has a show after midnight, but of course at 9:00 tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time, Geeky Geezers. Can you give us a
sure
preview?
We're gonna give you what little more we know about the updates on the Gunverse and the pending Superman movie. A little bit of information about the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remaster. And Hasbro is blaming the tariffs for why they're going to have to raise prices yet again. Prices that were already way, way too high.
Sure they are. But tune in for Geeky Geezers tomorrow. Of course, you'll Age of Boomer I'm sure will start the show off with a good old days. So that's always a nice little segment. Then of course we got Monday. Anything happening on Monday on Last Call at the movies?
Yes, Monday I'm going to be starting the new members night at the movie. Moving Monday nights to a members only stream. So by all means, if you're interested, just sign up. It's like $2 a month, and I think there's value there. Where we'll be watching. Forget it. I'm not even going to bother with source code because it's not working for me. But I am going to be playing that one that we were talking about this past weekend, Boss Level, with a bunch of Australians. Looks like a good movie.
Australian guys.
It was filmed in Australia. It's got Mel Gibson. It's got that blonde girl from the David Lynch films. What's her name? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Mulholland Drive and
Janie.
Yeah,
Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts. Right. Looks good. It looks like a a sci-fi action adventure, Groundhog's Day. Guy keeps waking up every morning with people trying to kill him, and he just gets better and better at fighting because he keeps getting killed. So it's kind of like Edge of Tomorrow too in that regard. So
awesome. Of course, then that would lead us into Tuesday, Sparkwood and 21.
Yep. Next Sparkwood and 21, we're going to start a 4-week rewatch or watch party or whatever you want to call it of the Twin Peaks fan film, Queen of Hearts. Now, you can go and watch it. You don't need to wait for us. It's out there on YouTube. But if you wait and watch it with us, the panel has not yet seen this movie, so we'll all be seeing it for the first time together.
Oh, very interesting.
And of course, we'll give our thoughts and commentaries as we go along. And then, the 5th week, we're going to try and get the writer and director in to give his commentary and whatnot on it. So,
cool.
That's what we're doing for live from Sparkwood and 21 on Deleted Scenes channel, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern.
And then that leads into Blake 7.
Next episode of Blake 7, I don't remember which episode it is. We're a little past the midway point of season 2.
Awesome. Wednesday night, nothing yet. Thursday things.
Yes, my special guest will be Sporking News Podcast.
He's I've seen some of his content, but mostly I follow him on the Twitter tweets. Good guy, very supportive. It'll be nice to catch up with him and introduce y'all to him.
Very cool. And then on Fridays, special Films with Friends at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be joined by Deleted Scenes, and we're going to be watching from 1993, I believe, Leprechaun, since it is St. Patrick's Day weekend kind of thing. Get a little celebrated and go.
And the Ides of March coming up.
Yeah, that's true too.
Old school, kind of a funny horror film with Jennifer Aniston and of course Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun who wants his gold back. So I've only seen about a third of that film. I've seen the first third, and then something happened. I had to go away. I never got back to it. So it'll be finally a chance for me to see the whole thing. I'm looking forward to it. That, of course, after that at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 Central, it will be Last Call with Troy Pacelli. Anything?
Yeah, we're going to be continuing the conversation we started last night. So we'll be talking about Batman Returns. Just kind of continuing on from where we were last night.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. And that will lead us into next Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, where Ken is going to be coming to kill
us. Yeah,
someone.
Exactly.
A Fish Called Wanda on Netters Network. Am I correct?
I believe. Wait, is it a fish?
Is it A Fish Called Wanda?
I want to make sure I got the right one.
Ken is coming to kill me.
Yeah, that's how he remembers.
I love that line.
Exactly.
That's a good film. That is a fun film.
It really is.
That's going to be a good one. And then, like I said, 2 weeks from tonight, the next Saturday night, Films with Friends is going to be Inframan from 1975. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Evelyn, like I said, thank you for joining us. The Maven of Monsters, always great to have you. We're going to have to
discuss. You for the invitation.
Oh, always March. You are every March. You are welcome here. We'll do a Monster March.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely always we'll want you here. Like I said, you'll be joining us unless you win the lottery, I guess, for Inframan in 2 weeks. But do you have anything you'd like to say, or?
Well, regarding Inframan, Our Klingon club some years ago went to a convention in Ohio, and we chartered a bus. There was about 20, 25 people. Bus had a DVD player or VCR, DVD player, and we had some videos, and we watched several on the way there. And the last one that was Inframan, which I had brought with me. They threatened to stop the bus and put me off.
I can't wait to watch this movie now.
I think it was about 15 or 20 minutes into the film. And it was like, okay, who brought this?
Yeah.
Hey, so like I said,
it was fun.
It'll be fun to
Right.
watch. It'll be fun to share. I mean, there is, sometimes was a tragedy shared. Sometimes it's not a bad thing,
Right.
but so yeah, join us in 2 weeks for Inframan. It's going to be crazy.
Going to be interesting at least.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely,
yes.
definitely.
Bring your own popcorn.
Yep.
Right.
Troy, any final words on your part?
Nope. Just want to thank everyone for hanging out with us. Really is more fun with you. Yeah, this one wasn't a bad one, so it wasn't a misery shared, but it was a fun one to share. So
misery shared. That's the. I couldn't remember the exact true statement.
Glad you enjoyed it.
It was I knew I was gonna lie. I've seen it a couple times before. I always liked it.
Yeah.
So of course Netter will lead us out, but I would like to say thank you everyone for dropping by tonight and joining us. We always have a lot of fun with you guys are here. Nothing like sharing these films with you guys and having you chatting with us. And it's always a great time. But of course, remember to also check out my other content, my 10-word reviews. Got a retro one for The Invisible Man from 1933. I watched Honora, the Best Picture Oscar winner, to see what that was like. And I also saw The Monkey, which is
did it shock you?
Shock the monkey. There was, actually, I kind of enjoyed it, but yeah, check out those. They don't take that long, just get past the 10 words. I do a little rant afterwards, but that's just me. But of course, we cannot go without the wonderful words that are so heartfeltly. No, that's
sure. It works.
Wonderfully said by Netter of Netter's Network. Take us out, my dear.
We can talk amongst ourselves, and we often do. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat. And you're dropping the comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you're not just our family. I mean, our friends. You're our family. Getting a little dyslexic there, sorry. You guys are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You are so encouraging to all of us on the panel as well as to each other in the chat. And I love seeing you guys in each of our streams. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the many ways that you support us. And until next time, good night and God bless.
Yep. Take care, everyone. Remember, set your clocks ahead tonight. It is spring forward time.
Oh,
and
wow.
I do believe that is tonight, right?
I think you might be right. I don't know.
I think it is. Check your Alexa.
Wait,
I guess.
Alexa, when do we turn the clocks back?
No, it's 4.
Before. Daylight savings time starts tomorrow at 2 a.m. and ends November 2nd, 2025 at 2 a.m.
Right.
Yep. So set those clocks ahead. You're gonna lose an hour's sleep, but it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you can sleep in. So take care, everybody. Find something fun to watch and take care.
Bye-bye.